Hello, I'm Stephanie Carroll and welcome to my Rocket channel. Today we're going to work on Rocket 1 sequencing. Please join me at the top of your mat. Feet flat on the floor, hands by our side, Samastiti. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. We will start with an Om. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, gaze up. Step back. Slowly lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll be here for 5 breaths. You can pedal out your feet, taking your dog for a walk, warming up our back side of our legs. 4, 5, gaze forward, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, gaze up. Exhale, Samastiti, second time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Step the opposite leg back. Slowly lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's widen our stance. Maybe we grab on to our right leg for a twist. And switching right to left leg, twist. And back to center. Gaze forward, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, gaze up. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And we're jump back. Slowly lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. For 5 breaths. Pressing into our fingers. Spine is long. Gaze is towards our navel. Four. 5, gaze forward, and we're gonna step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we rise, gaze up. Exhale, Samastiti. Again, inhale, gaze up, lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, make our way through Vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. Here, bring your feet together. We lift the right leg. Maybe we roll our ankle. And release right leg down, left leg lifts. Roll our ankle. Just warming everything up. Exhale, release. Gaze forward, making our way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, gaze up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Last Sun A. Inhale, up. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale through Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Again, let's lift our right leg. Maybe we bend it this time. Maybe you flip your dog or give some rolls in that hip. Opening up that hip joint. Switching sides, left leg up, bend at the knee, open it up. You can flip your dog or you can roll your leg, some circles, big or small, opening up that hip joint. And we let that go. Gaze forward, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, rise up, gaze up. Exhale, Samasthiti, sun bees. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, right step. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up. Virabhadrasana, egg, gaze up. Exhale, we plant our hands, step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Virabhadrasana, A. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Two, 3, 4, 5. Gaze forward, make our way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. Second, sun B. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up. Warrior 1. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. The left foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Warrior 1. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Three, 4, 5. Gaze forward, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Samasthiti, last sun B. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step, jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Virabhadrasana, egg, gaze up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back through Vinyasa. Left foot forward. Inhale, rise up, gaze up. Exhale, plant your hands, making your way through Vinyasa. Knee and downward facing dog for 5 breaths. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gaze forward, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. Now we're ready to blast off for our rocket 1. Inhale, Utkatasana. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms towards the ceiling. Tuck that pelvis, no booties out. Ribs tucking in. Heart is lifting. Coming into Ardha Utkatasana, half chair pose, like someone's reaching for your arms, pulling you forward. A skier on a slope. Exhale, we plant our hands, coming into our first arm balance, Bakasana, or if you'd rather come into Malasana, Yogi squat, that is perfectly fine as well. If you're with me, Bakasana, placing your knees on the backs of your arms, 1 foot, maybe 2 feet. Gaze slightly forward at the top of your mat. Lifting, holding for your 5 breaths. And when you're ready, you can shoot it back for half vinyasa or step back and flow. Right foot steps forward. We inhale, rise up for Virabhadrasana A. Hips are shining forward. Knee bend and stacked on top of the ankle. Gaze up at your thumbs. Pressing into the outer part of your left leg. Inhale, rise up, open it up to the side, coming into Virabhadrasana, be bending your front leg, opening up that knee so you can see your big toe, shoulders are out of the ear, gaze over your middle finger. Inhale, we straighten our front leg. Maybe the back leg comes in slightly, coming into triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana. Reaching forward, peace finger, big toes. Maybe your hand plants, maybe it rests on the shin. But we want to imagine we're in between 2 panes of glass. We're not dumping down. This is a heart opening out to the side. Shoulders are stacked. Twist. Gaze up at your left thumb. Maybe you close your left eye. Can you still see with your right eye your left thumb? And exhale. Pivot and twist to the front. We're coming into revolve triangle, Parita Trikonasana. Left hand on the inside or the outside of the right foot. This is a deep twist balance challenge. A block is perfectly acceptable here to help keeping it open and lifted for that twist. Because again, our heart is shining to the other side, gazing up at your right thumb, drawing your right hip back, trying to keep our hips level. Again, maybe you close your right eye. Can you still see your right thumb with your left eye? This is a deep twist. Exhale, we release. Inhale back up, warrior 2 legs, preparing for extended side angle, Utthita Parvalkonasana. We can exhale, bringing your forearm to your leg, or planting our right hand outside of our right leg. We can also half bind or if full bind is in your practice. Whatever is calling to you today. Drawing our heart open, twisting, bringing our right hip forward towards the long edge of the mat. Inhale, we rise. Warrior one legs with our hips shining forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twisting to the right, hooking your left elbow. Coming into Parivrtta Parsvakonasana. Revolved, extended side angle. Gazing over that right shoulder. And planting our hands, rocket transition. Right arm weaves underneath that right leg. Can you lift up that right foot? Hover it. Maybe you lift your back leg. Maybe you swing that right leg around and you vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. First Pincha Mayurasana. Let's bring our forearms down into dolphin. From here, maybe we do alternate leg lifts. Maybe we do dolphin dips. If Pincha Mayurasana is in your practice, lift up. If you have a wall accessible, you can use your wall as well. Gaze is between your forearms. And slowly lower down. Child's pose for a moment. And we come back up into downward facing dog, so we can repeat all of that on the other side. Inhale, left foot forward. Rise up, Virabhadrasana A. Again, hips are shining forward, arms reaching up, gaze at our thumbs, knee over the ankle, pressing into the outside of your back leg. That's at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, we open it up to the side, coming into Virabhadrasana B. Bending our front leg. Again, we're not reaching, we're not serving a platter. We're just lowering our hips down, bending that knee. Opening the knee out so that you can see your big toe. Shoulders away from the ears. Gaze over that middle finger. And 5, straighten your left leg. Maybe that right leg comes in a little, preparing for Utthita Trikonasana. Here's where we reach, peace finger, shin, floor. Repeating the same variation that you did on your right side. And again, maybe here, close that right eye. Can you still see your thumb with your left eye? Stacking your shoulders, opening your heart to the side. Exhale, releasing the right hand down, pivoting and straightening your hips to be square to the front of the mat. Coming into Parivrtta Trikonasana, or revolved triangle. Hand is inside or outside of the left foot. Maybe it's on the block. This is a deep twist with a balance challenge. Again, maybe you close that left eye. Can you still see your left thumb with your right eye? Hip is drawing back, keeping our hips square. And release that. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2 legs. Coming into extended side angle, Utthita Parsvakonasana. Arm can be on your leg, can be on the floor, half bind, full bind, whatever is in your practice. We're not dumping in, collapsing. We're opening it up to the side, gazing up. If your hand is extended, you're gazing towards those fingertips. Inhale, rise up. Warrior one legs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, we're twisting over to the left, hooking that right elbow, coming into Parivrtta Parsvakonasana. Revolved extended side angle. Gaze past your left elbow or shoulder. Exhale, release that down. Rocket transition. Left arm wraps underneath the left leg. Bending your elbows. Maybe you pick up that left leg. Maybe you hover the back leg. Swing the left leg around for a vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. Second Pincha Mayurasana. Again, if you're just working on dolphin, that's perfectly fine to build that strength through your Pincha practice. Can do alternate leg lifts, dolphin dips. If Pincha is in your practice and you're comfortable with getting upside down, this is where we would introduce our straddle. This one's a little bit more challenging to do on the wall to get that distance for balancing with Darling straddle. You would lean forward, that's that rocky motion, get comfortable for pressing up. Engaging our Mula Bandha, and lift. Flex your feet. Maybe straighten your legs. Come back into straddle. And release down. Let's come into a child's pose for a few moments. All right, meeting in downward facing dog. Hands come to the back of the mat. Peace finger, big toes. We're coming in a Padangusthasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Navel to spine. Gazing towards our navel. Imagine a flower blossoming out of your booty area. That's that opening up and releasing so that you're not hurting your hamstrings. Inhale, half lift. Hands underneath our feet. Coming into Padahastasana. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, we fold. Shoulders out of the ears. Arms are drawing away from the body. Pressing into our hands. Maybe we give a little self-massage. And inhale, half lift. Exhale, release the hands, grab the waist. Inhale, rise up. Now we're going to come into Larry's San Francisco twinkle toes. So we're going to raise up onto our tippy toes, arms overhead, slight gaze forward, and tippy toe to the top of the mat. Once you get there, maybe you go backwards. Maybe you do a little spin, a little dance. Feeding at the top of our mat. Exhale, Samastiti. We're going to take a giant step back with our right leg coming into our wide leg for fold our Prasarita Padottanasana. So that I'm not showing you my back, I'm switching to the other side. So inhale, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. Plant our hands in line with our feet. Inhale for length. Exhale, we fold. Crown of the head on the mat. Gaze is at our nose. From here, this is a perfect opportunity if you want to get upside down for a headstand, maybe another forearm stand, or a handstand. We'll be here for a few moments. You can stay in forward fold. That is absolutely acceptable. This is your practice. And release that. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, release arms to T. B position. Your hands can be on your hips or in reverse prayer. You can also grab opposite elbows. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, we fold. Crown of the head reaches for the mat. Gaze is at your nose. Pressing into the outer part of our feet, palms together. Inhale, we rise all the way up. Exhale, arms to T, clasping behind our back. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, folding. Our hands draw away from our spine, reaching overhead. This is C position. Inhale, we rise all the way up. Exhale, release arms to the side. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, folding. Peace finger our big toes. Gaze up. On an inhale, exhale, we fold. Shoulders are out of the ears. Arms drawn away from the body. Pressing into the outer part of our feet. Inhale, we halfway lift, planting our hands in line with our shoulders, coming into our split sequence. Somakanasana, middle splits. Slowly walk our feet out to the edges of our mat. Maybe you come down onto your forearms. Pressing into the outer part of our feet, letting gravity working into this pose. Being comfortable in this uncomfortable moment. Just breathe. And inhale, we lift up. We'll be pivoting to the back of our mat for Hanumanasana over our right foot. I'm having to switch because I'm facing you. So here we can do half or quarter splits, or full splits is in your practice. Slowly lowering down to your depth. Squaring the hips forward. And exhale, folding over your right leg. Inhale, we lift up, lifting, pivoting to the front of our mat for Hanumanasana on our left leg. Again, full, quarter, half, whatever's in your practice. Slowly lowering down to your depth. Hips square to the front of the mat. And exhale, folding over. Inhale, lifting up. We're coming into a seated wide-legged forward fold. I'll face you again for Uvishta Konasana, a variation. We'll walk out slowly. This is how I like to get to that full depth, and let gravity just help us get there slowly. You want to keep length in that spine. Navel to spine, engaging our Uddiyana Bandha. Keeping our feet flexed. Ribs touching first, or for us girls, something else. And walk it back in. Now we're going to come into a nice side body stretch. Right hand under right calf. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale, reaching to the right. Feeling the yummy side body stretch as you gaze past your left arm up to the sky. Inhale, rise up for the other side. Left hand under left calf. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, reaching to the left. Gazing to the sky. You can grab onto your foot, reach forward or reach past it. Just want to feel the yummy side body stretch. Inhale, we rise. Now we're coming to our Mula Bandha checkups. So, for our Mula Bandha checkups today, we're going to come to the top of the mat. Legs straight in front of us. Plant our hands. The further out they are, the easier it is. The closer they are, the harder it is. So, we lean forward on an exhale. Inhale, lift. Maybe it's one foot, maybe it's no feet and it's just our bottom, or both feet. Feeling that internal lift. This will help us with pressing into handstands, pincha, and headstand. This will also help with our jump backs and jump throughs. And let's let that go. Let's make our way through half vinyasa. Downward facing dog. That's where we'll meet. Gazing forward, make our way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hands come behind us for reverse prayer or grabbing onto opposite elbows. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, step that right foot back. We're going to be facing the back of the mat for a pyramid pose. Left leg at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, folding over that front leg. Right hip is drawing back. Gazing at our toes. Pressing our palms together. Inhale, lift up. Pivoting back to the front of the mat to repeat that on the left leg. Parsvottanasana, right foot. Let's check the position. We do not want them on a tightrope. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, folding over that left leg. Drawing the left hip back. Slight bend in your leg. Gazing at our toes. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, stepping to the top of the mat, releasing the hands, Samasthiti. Now we'll come into our standing postures for Rocket 1. Today we are going to work on Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. So we bring our right leg up like we would in tree position. And from there, we bring it around for a half lotus. If that's not in your practice, you can absolutely keep your foot in tree pose. If you're with me, the right hand internally rotates around to the back, grabbing onto that big toe. Find length, and exhale, folding forward. Engaging our bandhas. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, rising back up, releasing that toe. From here, slowly bring our leg not all the way down, but kind of a figure four. We're gonna come down to a one-legged chair. From here, you can bend, or if you have Ekapada Galavasana in your practice, flying pigeon, we bend our elbows, creating a shelf for that right leg. Maybe you lift your left leg off the mat. Maybe you straighten it. Bring it back in, let that go. Slowly lifting up, keeping that balance, coming into Warrior Three, Virabhadrasana C. Right leg behind. You can have airplane wings, arms long by your side, or straight out in front of you. Bringing our hands to the mat, lifting that right leg up to the sky for a standing split. And from here, we can take advantage of being inverted with doing a little handstand switcheroo. Lifting up, switching our leg, crossing, coming up on our right leg. Preparing for Ardha Baddha Padangottanasana on the other side. Starting in tree pose, lifting that leg up into our half lotus. Left hand internally rotates around the back, grabbing onto the left big toe. Inhale, find length. Exhale, folding over your right leg. Navel to spine. Inhale, slowly lift up. Releasing the bind, left leg slowly lowers down to a figure four, and we coming into our one-legged chair pose. Again, from here you fold over, or if you'd like, plant your hands, coming into Ekapada Galavasana on the left side, creating a shelf by bending your elbows, resting that left leg. Maybe you lift your right foot off the ground. Maybe you straighten that right leg. From here, bring it back in, releasing that down. Letting that go. Inhale up, keeping the balance on one leg. Slowly kick our left leg back, coming into Warrior Three. Arms in front of you, Superman, down by your side, airplane wings. Whichever is speaking to you today. And we slowly lower our hands to the mat. Lift our left leg to the sky for standing splits. And from here, we can take advantage of the opportunity for another handstand. Maybe you just do a few hops. Maybe you get some air time. And from there, we're gonna vinyasa and meet in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, gaze forward, making our way to a seat at the front of the mat, legs long in front of us. Coming in a Dandasana staff pose. Keeping our toes flexed, heels lifted, hands down by our sides at our hips. Engaging all three of our bandhas, our chin lock, root lock. And breathe here. Release that. We're coming into our fold, Paschimottanasana A. Peace finger around the big toes. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, folding over. Shoulders are out of the ears. Elbows are lifted off the mat. Navel to spine for length. Inhale, lift up. Grabbing to the sides of our feet for B position, find length, inhale, exhale, folding. You want to feel like you're pressing into gas pedals with both feet to keep the backs of our legs from being injured, so that way our calves and our kneecaps are lifted. We don't want to damage our hamstrings with these deep forward folds. Inhale up. Plant our hands behind us. We're going to come into a reverse plank, Purvottanasana. If that's not in your practice, you can come into reverse table. If you're with me, on an inhale, lift up. Toes are reaching towards the mat. Shoulders draw forward. If you're still right with your neck, you can relax your head back. Exhale, releasing that down. Plant your hands next to your hips. Inhale, draw your knees in, lift up, step back, half vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. From here, inhale, come to seated. We're going to come into Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. We'll bring our right leg in, sole of the foot inside of the left leg. You can stay here for this Janushirtasana pose, or if lotus, half lotus is in practice, like in Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana, bring it into the crease of your hip. Right hand internally rotates, wrapping around, grabbing onto that right big toe. Left leg is long. Inhale, find length. Exhale, folding over that left leg. Again, like you're pressing into the gas pedal ever so slightly, just keeping that left leg engaged, kneecap lifted. Inhale, lifting up. Now we're going to come into Turiyan Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. Right leg comes into a half hero pose. Left leg stays long. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, folding over that left leg. You can grab onto your foot. This is perfectly fine distance, or reaching around, grabbing onto your hand, grabbing the foot, grabbing the wrist. Shoulders are in line out of the ears. Inhale, gaze up. Let's release back into Nirvasana, boat pose. Coming onto our forearms for our first ab sequence. Feet up to the sky. Exhale or inhale, drop your right leg. Inhale, bring it up. Inhale, drop your left leg. Exhale, lift it up. Right leg, inhale. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, left leg down. Exhale, bring it up. Right, down. Left, down. Right, down. Left, down. And coming all the way to our backs. Gonna do toe taps for count of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up, hold that boat pose, and releasing it down. Other side, Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. Again, left leg bends with the sole of the left foot coming into the inside of the right thigh. From here, you can stay here for this Janu Sirsasana or bring it into half lotus. Left hand internally rotates, wrapping around the back, grabbing onto our left big toe. Inhale, we find length, and exhale, we fold over that right leg. Shoulders are in line. Navel to spine. Inhale, we lift up. Releasing that left leg, coming into a half hero pose. Inhale, find length. Exhale, folding over that right leg. Navel to spine. Engaging our entire leg and lifting our kneecap with that slight press of the ball of our foot forward. Inhale up, exhale, release. Second ab sequence, coming onto our forearms, both legs and feet reaching up. Inhale, both legs down, exhale up. Inhale, 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 down, exhale up. Coming onto our backs for alternate toe taps for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock up, hold your boat. And release that, draw your knees in, lift it up, step, jump back, half vinyasa, meeting downward facing dog. Gaze forward, make our way to a C at the mat. We'll come into Marichyasana A. Left leg stays long, right foot plants next to the left thigh, hand distance apart. Here we reach our right arm up. On an exhale, we can bind. If that doesn't work, you can absolutely just hold on to your left leg and fold over. But if you're with me for the bind, left hand by left hip, exhale forward. Your right arm internally rotates around that right shin, reaching towards the back. From here, your left arm internally rotates, reaching around for the back. Right, grabbing on the left. Inhale, find length. Exhale, folding over the left leg. Again, kind of like you're pressing into a pedal, keeping your leg engaged to not cause injury to that hamstring. Inhale, up, exhale, release. Coming into C position, right hand behind you. We inhale, our left arm up, and exhale, we twist. We can hook that left elbow on the outside of the right leg, or if you have the bind, your left arm internally rotates around that right shin. Right arm internally rotates around the back. Left grabs onto right. Exhale, gazing back over your shoulder. Smiling, because that's our past. The lessons that we've learned. Letting that go. And exhale, smiling at our future and what's to come. From there, release. We're gonna switch our legs. I apologize. Right leg long, left foot on the floor in line with the right thigh. Hand distance between the two. And from here, you can fold over for A, or if you have the bind, left arm internally rotates around that left thigh, reaching around, right arm internally rotates around the back, left grabs right. Inhale, find length, and exhale, we fold over that right leg. Shoulders in line. Bandhas are engaged. Mula Bandha for grounding. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. For C position, left hand behind you. Inhale that right arm up and exhale, twisting, hooking that right elbow outside of the left, or the bind is internally rotating right arm around the left shin. Left arm internally rotates around the back. Right grabs left. Exhale, twisting, gazing over our left shoulder. Keeping our right foot flexed. Exhale, releasing, gazing forward. From here, fun little transition for our half vinyasa. You can hook your shin to your tricep, plant your hands. Maybe you pick it up, bring that right foot, squeezing it between, and we lift, kick it back, and vinyasa. From here, gaze forward, come to seated for Navasana, boat pose. Legs can be straight, knees bent, either is completely fine. Our heart is shining forward, our hands are reaching straight in front of us. Gaze up. Plant your hands, bring your knees into your chest, pick it up for a moment, and release it down. Navasana. Again, plant your hands, pick it up, and we're going to make our way through another half vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. From here, gaze forward, come to a seat, feet together, soles of our feet together, Baddha Konasana, grabbing onto the sides of our feet, find length, inhale, and exhale, fold forward. Your elbows can press into your legs to help bring them closer to the ground. Navel to spine for lengthening our spine. Chin towards the mat, nose towards the mat. Any of those variations are fine. Inhale, lift up. Peace finger our big toes. We're going to balance in Upavishta Konasana B. Maybe from here you just lift one leg. Maybe you lift both. Bouncing on your tailbone. Heart shines forward. Gaze up. And we're going to rock backwards with our legs going over our head for Supta Konasana. And rock. Legs stay wide. Navel to spine. Chin to chest. From here, we're going to rock up for a moment, just a breath, And release down into Upishta Konasana A. Inhale up. Hold. Exhale. Release. Pull back on your feet so that you don't bang your heels. And slowly lower down. Inhale up. Knees to chest. Pick it up. Vinyasa. Exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming forward to seated for our back bends. We'll come into one bridge pose to start. Feet, heels by glutes, arms long by the side. Inhale, lift up. Maybe your fingertips graze the backs of your heels. Lifting, engaging our quads and our glutes to lift our pelvis. Exhale, release that down. Now you can repeat that 2 more times, or if wheel is in your practice, Urdhva Dhanurasana. You plant your hands in line with your shoulders, your your hands in line with your ears, and your fingertips facing towards your shoulders. On an inhale, we lift it up, pressing into our feet, squeezing our glutes, gaze between the hands or straight out in front of you, whatever's more comfortable on your neck. Now you can exhale all the way down or just come to the crown of your head. Maybe you bring your hands in closer, lift it back up. Exhale, slowly bring that down. Feet towards the edges of our mat, knees knocked together, releasing our lower back. Now we're going to rock and roll 3 times up to standing forward fold. You don't want to miss the opportunity for your rolls. Such a great spinal massage on yourself. So grab onto the backs of our legs and we rock. Feel that nice massage on the back. 2. And when you're ready, 3, you plant your feet, lift up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we fold. Maybe you grab on the opposite elbows. Maybe if you want a little more, your arms wrap around your calves. You want a little more, hands weave between the legs, grabbing onto the shins, drawing yourself together. Sandwich. Inhale, half lift. Don't want to miss an opportunity for another handstand. If you haven't practiced it yet, try your non-dominant leg. 3 kick-ups. We'll meet in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we're coming into pigeon pose. Right leg comes forward, knee towards wrist, left leg long. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, release. Put that pigeon to bed. Ardha Mukha Kapotasana. And inhale back up, bending your left knee, grabbing onto your foot for a quad stretch. And let that go. Bringing that left leg around, stacking left leg on top of right for Gomukhasana. Cow face pose. Knees are stacked. From here, if you want the arms, right arm reaches up, reaches around, pat yourself on the back. Good job. Left arm internally rotates, wraps around towards your back. Right, grabbing on the left. Inhale and exhale, folding over. Inhale, lift. Now we're going to corkscrew around for a fancy little party trick. Hands to the right, lift your hips, pivot, pivot, feet do not move. Just switching across and lower down. Now you have Gomukhasana on the other side. If you have the arms, left arm up, bend the elbow, pat yourself on the back. Right arm internally rotates, reaches around to the back, left grabs right. Inhale, up. Exhale, folding over your right leg. Inhale, up. Exhale, release the arms. Right leg swings around to the back, setting up for pigeon on the left side. Right leg's long. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, folding over that left leg. Or Mukha Kapotasana. Inhale, we lift up, we bend the right knee, grabbing onto the right foot for a nice quad stretch. Exhale, release that down. We'll step the left to meet the right. Last vinyasa. From downward facing dog, gaze forward, come to seat, and legs are long. Last forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, we fold. You can have your A position, B position, or C position. We're just enjoying this forward fold for a little longer. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release whichever variation you have. From here, we'll come into our Yoga Mudra. So if lotus legs are in your practice, that's what we're setting up for. If not, easy seated position is absolutely fine. But if you're with me, right leg comes in to the left side of your thigh. From there, lift it up. Drop it into our hip crease. Left leg bends, bringing that one up. You can actually just stay here for a half lotus, or from there we lift our left foot, slowly bringing that into our right hip crease. From here, you can grab opposite elbows, or full variation is grabbing onto those big toes. Inhale, find length. Exhale, folding forward. Chin to mat, nose to mat, forehead to the mat. Whatever is comfortable for you today. Bandhas are still engaged. Inhale, lift up, releasing our toes or our bind of our elbows. Hands on our knees with our palms facing up. Thumb and fingers together, fingertip together. Last 3 fingers long. Closing our eyes or a soft gaze at our nose. Crown of the head shining up. Spine is long. Mula bandhas engage for grounding. Exhale, release that. For our last little bit of effort, we're going to plant our hands in line with our hips, and we're going to pick it whatever we can up for Utpati. But along with that, we're going to do breath of fire, which is a deep inhale and rapid exhales. So inhale, lift, and exhale. Release down to the mat, let that go. We'll do 3 lion's breaths. So inhale, exhale, tongue out. Inhale, exhale. Now let that go. Release your legs long on the mat. Slowly come to our backs. The work is done. We're coming into Shavasana, arms long by our sides, letting go of our breath, relaxing all of our muscles in our body. Just breathe and let it go. Shavasana. Thank you, friends, for joining me today. Please, I encourage you to stay in your Shavasana for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Again, thank you for joining me today for this Rocket One sequence. The light and the love sees and honors the light and love in you. Namaste.